First, there was Dueling Citizens, now Secrets from the Inside. Author Greg Meakin nails it again. Introducing Secrets from the Inside Radio Show. Raw, unscripted, uncensored, uncanceled. Secrets from the Inside starts now. With your hosts, Greg Meakin, Val Olson, and Captain James McCormick.
Mike, back to you, Val, to introduce her. Remember, how about the doorbell action here, Val? How about the doorbell action? You got that? I love that. And
Good morning.
Turning it over.
Good morning, Janel. Janel Lamb is knocking on the front door, and we just welcome her to the show. We are thrilled to have you, Janel. Thanks for dropping by.
Hey, I have a special guest with me. I have Sheriff Lamb on the phone with me this morning.
Hey, Val. Hey, Greg. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you, Sheriff Lamb?
We're doing great. A couple days out from Christmas. We're kind of just enjoying some family time.
Hey, Val, can I take a second? Do we really have Mark and Janel Lamb live right now? Can I pinch myself for a minute here, please?
I know you never, with AI, you never know anymore.
Are you doing this show off of your watch, Sheriff, or are you actually on a real computer or something? How does the Gen X male world work right now when you happen to be a sheriff and running for the Senate and being an awesome husband and dad too? How does that work? Take a few minutes and say hi here, Sheriff. I can't believe that's awesome to hear you. Seriously, it's great to hear your voice.
Well, the way it works is your wife has her phone logged in and she drops it down in front of you and says, "Hey, we're on this show." So that's the way it works. It doesn't take much effort on my part, but yeah, we're doing great. We're just out there campaigning. Taking a couple days just to spend with the family, and then obviously we got a long year next year. But
sorry, I was getting a call coming in. Sorry.
We are loud and clear, so you guys just.
You guys don't get calls coming in, do you, Mark and Janel? You're not like busy, are you?
I live on my phone at this point in my life. Unfortunately, it's not all. It's just I'm on the phone 24/7. Always just answering messages and emailing and just taking care of business, getting this campaign in the right direction, and it's awesome.
I don't know how you.
We're having fun.
I don't know how you do it. I just can't believe it. Like Val here, my awesome co-pilot. We've read all your work, read your book, so we'll have Val coo over your book if we have time here. But how's your time look? I know you guys are so busy. I know you know what 100 hours a week plus looks like. How's your time here? Just to say hi and kind of catch up a bit.
We've just got about 5 minutes because he's got an appointment. He's headed out the door too, and I've got the grandkids actually coming over this morning to bake. Brody's already here, and but it's a rainy day, so we're kind of taking it slow and not being too crazy. But we do something, Greg and Val, that you may have heard of. It's called we squeeze hours out of minutes. That's what we do at our house. We squeeze hours out of minutes.
Well,
I love that.
Take all the time you need right now here, Janel or Mark. I'm thrilled to hear both of your voices, and take the time for yourselves here. I'll definitely have Val touch base with you, but let's front load this a little bit for you, Janel and or Mark. What I did want to ask you, I know you got limited time here. I wanted to ask you one question, and I'll save this kind of for later, but one of you might have a quick answer for this or both. My question to you is do you ever catch yourself getting angry? I mean, like really, and I know we fight it and stuff, but how about this? When's the last time you're really angry and what do you do about it and how do you feel about it now? There's my question of the day, but go ahead and take some time here. Talk about the Senate race. Talk about what you're doing. It's front loaded for you two right now.
Well, I'll tell you, Greg, look, I don't know that I get super angry at hardly ever. I get frustrated or irritated with little things. You know, you've heard me talk about it. You got to surrender the outcome in life, and you can only control your attitude and your work output. And so, like, there's the big things that happen in life don't stress me out, don't bother me as much because I can't control them. What bothers me are the little things that are controllable. Leaving late, not sending something out when you're supposed to send it out. Those are things that are in your control. And so I would say that as I get older, I probably get a little bit more irritated with the little things that I can control and fail to, as opposed to the big things. You would be like, man, does anything rattle this guy? I mean, being a cop by nature, you just deal with a lot of big stuff, and you get to where, like I said, you just realize, you can't control the outcome of most things. We've had some tragedy in our family that we couldn't control, and so we've had to live by that mantra. But I would say I don't get angry, but I do get a little irritated when things that I can control um, don't work out the way they're supposed to work out.
I don't get angry really either. I like the same. We get frustrated, and I try to see things for what they are, and that helps. Just getting perspective, people ask all the time, they're like, oh, is it just so hard to do a statewide race? It's so hard to run for the Senate, and you have to drive all over, and you're on the phone all the time. And I say, you know what? Not even just in the last 2 years, but even our whole married life, we've been through a lot of hard things. I've been through hard things. Campaigning and being in politics, those are not that hard compared to other things. So if anything we've learned, it's perspective.
Guys, that's so awesome. Awesome. Take a quick second too, if you would, Janelle and Mark, because people ask us all the time. Val and I have a real, as you know, broad reach, including up to Canada, including, of course, especially Alberta, but even now, maybe even over in England and some other countries. Please tell everybody where they can find literally your book. This is plug session. Here we go. Shameless plugs, but please tell about your books real quick, where we can get them. Mark, same thing. And also your crucial Senate campaign. Okay, everybody get your wallets out here, folks. Okay, debit cards. But wait, there's more. But go ahead, really take some time. And I'll definitely have Val weigh in either way before you guys scoot. But I know your time's limited, so just go ahead and talk about the Lambs right now.
Well, our books are all available on Amazon, of course. And then let me give you the titles. So Sheriff Lamb wrote American Sheriff, Traditional Values in a Modern World. And then he wrote American Sheriff, Rules to Live By. I have The Sheriff's Wife, Holding It All Together Behind the Scenes in Politics, which is kind of my little tell-all of everything we went through going into politics blind, and the book I wished I'd had when we were doing it. And then I wrote Bravery and Blinders, which is more of some of the life lessons and hard things we went through after becoming the sheriff and being more in the limelight and how that affected us personally and our family. So those are kind of 4 books on our perspective on things. You can get them, obviously, like I said, at Amazon. And then if you go to sheriffswife.com, sheriffswife.com, that's where you can order personalized copies. So I can write a little signature in there. Maybe if you want to dedicate it to a friend, we do that quite often where someone will, send it to someone they know to lift them up or as a gift. And we can personalize those books at sheriffswife.com. But it might take you a week to get it. It might take a little longer. If you order it on Amazon, you'll have it in 24 hours. If you order it from me, you got to give me a week. But I'll get it to you eventually.
You're not busy or anything, are you, Janelle? You're not busy these days.
A little busy.
I'm retired, and I'm busier than I was when in my 40s. Mark, please do a quick little, whether it's sign off or whatever, message for our folks. I can't tell you how important what you're doing is, not only for your Senate campaign. You've heard it here first, but Lamb 51, right? Lamb 51, that's Greg Meakin's prediction. But take a minute and take as long as you want, Sheriff. I believe you're going to be the next senator representing the beautiful state of Arizona. And anything you really want to share or reach out to, I promise I'll have Val close it out with you too. I know how tough your time is, but go ahead, Mark, just share. I really, really have appreciated knowing you in the last couple of years.
Well, I appreciate it, Greg, and thank you, Val. It's always good catching up with you guys. And if you want to check out the Senate race, please go to sherifflambforsenate.com. Arizona and America needs proven conservative fighters with everything we're dealing with. But I honestly don't want to take away from this time of year where and mar it with politics. So I would just say to everybody listening, that's where you can go find me and follow me. American Sheriff on Instagram, Sheriff Lamb One on Twitter, and Sheriff Lamb on Facebook. But really, my message is take the time to enjoy the good things in life, the things that really matter, which is your family, your relationship with God, and that's what we do this time of year, and just enjoy the Christmas season and count the blessings that we do have, and try to help those that are struggling. I think that's what the whole purpose of this time of year is, and we're trying to focus on that and break away a little bit from all the normal stuff we have to do, and focus on the things that are really what are important in this life. So that would be my message to everybody. And when we get back in the next year, we can refocus on all the other stuff. But I think just taking a moment to just remember why we're here on this earth, what we're supposed to do, and what's important.
Yeah, absolutely. I still stand by that, and I haven't heard that part of my book in a little while, so it was fun to hear that. Yeah, I think we're just seeing it more and more and more, especially with our kids. My best friend's daughter is struggling. My own kids have had their struggles, and just seeing the youth today, especially, but even the adults that are trying to parent these kids, it's like we're we're falling behind in who we are and remembering who we are, and we're getting away and too busy to be back to our spiritual self and be at church and remember that God is our Father and our Creator. And it's become, kind of taboo to say that kind of stuff in public. And I just will continue to unabashedly and, loud and proud declare that I'm a daughter of God, and I'm proud of that, and it gives me my strength and my core and my values, and that's what I want to leave my legacy to this world and to my family especially. So thank you for repeating that.
I love it. Me too. I'm going to echo that.
Well,
Greg,
Janel, like I always say, behind every great man, there's a surprised father-in-law, right? And no, we're not thoughtful men. Old married guys, we're not thoughtful men. We just obey our wives. We're completely frightened of our wives, right? That's my humor. But I cannot thank you enough, and thank Mark enough for popping on parachuting in the show today. It was phenomenal. This will be produced on YouTube.
Thank you for having us.
As you know, I'll let you guys go, and I'll keep you posted on the clips and stuff. And thank you so much for dropping in. Thank you.
You betcha, you guys. Thanks for having us.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Val. Thank you, Greg.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, guys.